Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin and today I wanted to make another video talking about 10 more ideas of things to do instead of spending money. And yeah, I excuse the noise in the background. As always, the washing machine's going. I've had to close Potato, my dog, into the other room because he was barking at a delivery guy and it was so loud. I'm hoping that's it, like died down now, but it's ironic that I didn't get a Chihuahua or a Yorkshire Terrier because I didn't want a yappy dog, and now I have like the yappiest dog ever. He even barks at inanimate objects that he sees outside, so he's just constantly barking at something. But yeah, I still love him. I'm glad we got him anyway, but I just didn't know that pugs are so barky. Maybe it's just him. So number one for something to do instead of spending money is to list your favorite things about the month that you're in. And I think this is a really good way to kind of slow down and appreciate things about the particular month, even if it's not one of your favorite months. It could be your least favorite month of the year, but I think if you take the time to sit down and acknowledge the things that are special or unique about it, it just gives you more of an appreciation for the season that you're in. And I just think it's a good way to feel grateful and find the kind of hidden like joys in the month that you're in. Number two is to make your own bunting, because this is a really easy craft to do and you can just use whatever supplies you have around the house. You can use fabric if you're good at sewing and use up fabric scraps for that, or you can use cardboard. You can just cut out triangles. If you have a hole punch, you can use it. If not, you can just cut like a little place to put the string through. You can paint it, you can collage on it, you can write a message on it, and I just think it's a nice thing to do to decorate your house, but it's not specific to a particular like season or holiday, and you can personalize it, and it's just something kind of slow and mindful to do. Number three is to go around your house and kind of go through all the cupboards and drawers and get out all of the things that you promise yourself you will use one day but don't actually get round to using. And I'm sure that like all of us have something like that in our house, even if we don't think we do, because there are just things that go in cupboards and you forget they exist. Like, it could be something like bed socks or like bath bombs you got from Christmas time. It could be like teas and coffees that you've put away in the cupboard. There could be any number of things that you're not using and that you tell yourself you will at some point, but that time never comes. So it's a good time during a no-buy to kind of take stock of what you have and actually make use of the things that are lying around not doing anything in your house. Number four is to go for a seasonal spotting things walk, and this is just like a kind of meditative slow walk where you make a point of looking around you and noting all of the seasonal like changes and the things that are distinctive about the particular month. For example, like it could be something like holly, looking for snowdrops, spotting a robin, like it could be anything like that. It could be just noticing the winter sky. And there's something about just stopping and seeing all of the little changes. It makes you feel more hopeful about life and the changes coming in the seasons, and it reminds you that even in January there is life out there and there's beauty to be found in the outdoors. Number five is to watch a favourite childhood movie with a blanket over you and your favourite bowl of cereal from when you were a kid. Because I think it's nice sometimes to kind of like step out of the adult world and just let yourself be a kid again for a short time and just leave your responsibilities to the side. It's only for like the length of a movie, so like it's like a little holiday from life kind of. And I really love to watch movies that make me feel nostalgic, like anything with John Candy or Steve Martin in it. Like I love Uncle Buck and House Sitter and movies like that just make you feel good about the world, and they kind of capture a simpler time as well and transport you to like decades ago, and it just makes you laugh. And I also think that there's something about cereal combined with this that makes me think of childhood, because my sister and I used to get up early at the weekend and go downstairs and get a bowl of cereal and watch TV, so it sort of takes you back to that, and it's just a nice activity to do especially on a cold day. Number 6 is to get ready for the Chinese New Year, because this is coming up soon and I just love Chinese food, and any excuse to have Chinese food or a party or celebration. And I have celebrated it before and it's really fun to do, and you can decorate for it in advance. You can make paper crafts, you can do like dragons and things like that around the place. You can look for Chinese music to have playing in the background, and just like gather little things as you go and find things that are already in your house that you can use for it, and just think about the ways that you can create a fun little party on a low budget. Number 7 is to look up information about Energy Saving Week, which is happening this month in the UK, and it is a good time to look around at different providers and check your energy bills and just see what you can do to minimize the costs, and think about switching if you need to, and just research tips for ways to save energy, because it's a time of year when we use the most, probably, well, if we're in this part of the world where it's cold and you're using more heating and lights and stuff, and it's just good to find a way to lower your bills, and there will be lots of information available at that time about that people are sharing to help each other. Number 8 is to light a soothing candle and to meditate, and I think there's something really centering about sitting down in front of a candle and just making time to reflect. And I like to make my own version of New Year's resolutions that aren't filled with like pressure or that don't make you feel inadequate. I just like to have small goals that make me excited about the year, and little things to work towards or aim for, but that make me feel good rather than like overwhelmed. So I think sitting down in front of a candle and doing this, it's just a good opportunity for it, and use the candle as like a focal point for your meditation. Number 9 is to make some chili and kind of perfect your recipe for it, because everybody makes chili differently, and I think it's nice to kind of like work out what is your chili recipe and what do you like in it most. And I love real chilies and chili. I'm the only one in my household that does, so I have to put them in separately if I want them. I also put chocolate in mine and fresh coriander, and I think those things make a huge difference, and it's just nice to practice it and get your recipe perfect for it in your eyes. And it's one of those recipes where I want my kids to be like, wow, like mum's chili is like the best chili ever, but I don't think that's ever going to happen because they turn their noses up at it every time I put it in front of them. Thankfully they do appreciate my cookies and my cinnamon rolls, but I wish they appreciated like some healthier stuff too. But yeah, it's just a good time of year, and I think there's something about eating really hot spicy kind of food in winter that just warms you from the inside out. And finally, number 10 is to go somewhere with a fire and just read in front of it. This might not necessarily be a free activity, because you might have to like buy a coffee somewhere with a fireplace, or you could go to a pub and buy a drink and sit and read in front of the fire there. But it's going to be like a low cost activity if you just get one drink and you're kind of paying for the experience as well. You could also see if anyone you know has a fire and they don't mind you using it, or you could just see if you can create the same kind of atmosphere with candles, make like a candle arrangement at home. Or if you happen to have a fireplace, we're lucky that we're going away at the end of the month for just 2 nights, and we're staying in like a converted barn and it has an open fire, so I'm looking forward to doing that there. And yeah, there's just something about reading by firelight or candlelight that really, it's just such a cozy thing to do at this time of the year. I hope that these tips like inspire you and help you to think of a few things to do without spending loads of money. And I am going to go and get started with housework and hopefully squeeze in some writing time as well, because I need to get back to that. I've got like 3 books at once in my head that I want to write, and I need to just like settle on one, because otherwise it's just going to be like a little bit here and there and I'll never finish one. I've got my caramel latte and Potato's starting to bark, which I feel like is my cue to say bye. So yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more content, and I will see you soon. Bye.